Welcome back to Fox 32 Sunday. My colleagues and I will be covering all this coming week. The installation of the new Archbishop of Chicago, Blase Cupich. When I went to visit him last month out at his former diocese in Spokane, it turned out he's a real sports fan. Here's a reminder.
Pirates!
Walla Walla, Washington's DeSales Catholic High School played Pasco's Tri-City Catholic Prep here in the Yakima Valley. At stake, the Columbia Cup, a.k.a. the Holy Bowl.
Yeah, this is a really big deal.
Bishop Blase Cupich wouldn't dream of missing this game, even now that he's about to be promoted to Archbishop of Chicago. Some here think it's a stepping stone to eventually becoming the first American Bishop of Rome.
Are you going to be Pope?
No, I don't look good in white.
He'll hang out for half of the game with the DeSales students and cheer with them, and he'll spend half the game with the Tri-Cities Prep students.
He's going to love Chicago. I mean, you know.
You guys will be able to keep him really busy with all of the high school sports, I'm willing to bet.
Bishop Cupich says it's important that pastors share the experiences of their parishioners, including the fun.
One of the older priests that I know said to me, just one thing to keep in mind when you go to Chicago, make sure you're having fun.
Well, the new Archbishop plans to do that this week with members of his family, 40 or 50 of them in town. And while we were out there, as my camera guy was setting up and finding focus, we talked about the new Archbishop's family background. We had a classic Chicago-style discussion about the Cupich family's old country roots, including how his maternal grandfather, an immigrant meat packer in Omaha, came to change the spelling of his last name. And then your mom was a Mahan.
Yes, the Croatian was spelled M-A-J-H-A-N. And so when my father went to the work in the packing house, he was told that it'd be easier for him to get a job if he changed it to a Y.
People might think he was Irish?
Yes. Yes.
There was, things weren't easy for the Croatians.
That's right. Well, and I think all of the Slavic people struggled in that way. And this would have been in the 17, 18 era, during the World War I.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. So this was your granddad?
My grandfather, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he had come from Croatia?
He did.
And your mom was Croatian descent as well?
My grandmother. My grandmother and grandfather were both immigrants.
Okay.
All four of my grandparents were immigrants from Croatia. And so I'm 100%. My parents were both from Croatian parents, immigrants.
Well, Bishop, if Mike is all set, all right. Thanks for telling us about that. As you know, in Chicago, everybody's going to ask Cupich. So, you know, what's that? Croatian? Okay, so we've got that squared away.
Yes. And proud of it.
And there's St. Jerome's down in Bridgeport on the near south side. That's a Croatian parish. St.
Jerome was a biblical scholar, and he was from Croatia. He was a Croatian. That's why. Okay. From that coast, the Dalmatian coast there.
Croatians, not just in Chicago, but from coast to coast, are said to be very excited about this installation this week. The Consul General of Croatia will join this week's celebrations surrounding the installation of the new Archbishop. My reporter's notebook is next. This is Fox 32 Sunday.